Welcome back to Pyro Perspective. Today we are playing on Egypt, which is not one of my favorite maps, but we'll try to make it work. And in particular, we're running the flare gun, degreaser, power jack standard layout. Normally I would probably prefer to run shotgun on this type of map, but I just want to see what I can do with the flare and see what happens. So flare is probably not the most ideal for this map, just because I feel like most people are going to be really far away from me, and I won't be able to light them on fire to deal 90 damage with. Okay, we're gonna get Ubered right away. It's not what I was hoping for, but this scout's literally impossible for me to deal with. So I'm just gonna ignore him and let him come to me. And oh god, that was incredibly frustrating to deal with. There was nothing I could do to hit that scout really, except maybe get a good flare. But it would have only done 90 or 30 damage to land a flare, so that would not have been very good. We can deal with the sniper. And I do want to deal with this heavy next. He should be an easy kill. The scout will help finish me off though. Yeah, he shouldn't miss that many shots. So I really should have killed that scout because he missed and allowed me to get the air blast off, but my aim is not as good as it used to be. Nor was it ever that good, so that's okay. So let's just approach and deal with whatever players we can. I really shouldn't have air blasted that soldier so many times, especially air blast a soldier and miss. That's sort of the problem with flares. If you miss, you're kind of screwed. Now I'm looking around for this scout because I do know that there he is. He does like to jump around and play at a relatively safe range, so I'm concerned about him. I'd rather not get dominated by a random pub scout. And we can deal with that very simply. We haven't capped the first point yet, so let's go do that. Finish the job over here. Maybe sneak up on somebody and get random crits. And earned crits. Although I'm not sure how I hit that spy with the initial flames. I did not see him. That's okay. Let's go deal with this medic. I expect that scout's back up now, so we're just gonna go be wary. Oh, we have medic, or we have Uber. Okay. Let that scout get away. I can't chase him. I don't want to chase him and waste the Uber like I did last time. Instead, we're gonna try to find actual targets that we can defeat. Switch targets when we can. Surprise them. Catch them off guard. That scout should die. And there he is. There it is. Nice and simple. Whenever you're dealing with that many people, but they are in your kind of close range area, then you really want to try to deal with things. And if you don't finish them quickly enough, you need to switch targets. That's what I found to be, or what I find to be most effective, is if you're not going to get the kill right away, do something unexpected, which is most people would expect you to tunnel vision onto them. And most other players, the other players that you're dealing with that are surrounding you, they would expect you to remain tunnel visioning onto one player at a time until you get the kill on them. But if you switch targets, they're not going to be in a position that's prepared for doing that. And so you'll be able to do a lot more damage and dodge a lot more damage by doing something unexpected, such as pretending you're going to finish off a target and spend all the time required to do that, and then not doing it. So this part of the map is not ideal for Pyro. It's very, very low ground. It's very difficult to get anywhere without being shot at from a mile away. So we're gonna just see what we can do. See what we can do with what we're given. There's gonna be a lot of players in high ground here, just peppering away at us. Thankfully we have a medic. I do want to light the sniper up. What is he doing? Okay. That's fine. Just deal with whatever we can. Deal with the scout first. He's the most important. I was worried that spy might have actually gotten a stab on me. So now we're going to try to switch targets a lot here. I do have to deal with the soldier first when I can. Just because he kind of forced the engagement onto me. He jumped, attacking my medic, and I had to turn my attention back to him. Ideally, what I would have preferred would have been to get in closer to the enemy. Always thank your medic. Let's hope that we get a rocket. The scout's competent. I respect him. Uh oh, we've fallen. Yeah, there's not much we can do here. It's very open. I could have gotten the reflex off, but it's unreliable. It's not what I want to focus on. Because even if I get the reflect, all it does is delay my death. It doesn't really, like, it's going to be unlikely that I'll be able to hit the scout with the rocket. Just because of the way reflex are set up. It's not me actually firing it. This sniper is hell-bent on killing me for some reason. Yeah, this high ground situation is incredibly difficult to deal with. There's a lot of players that are just out of my range and I can't do anything. So here's what we're gonna do. Let's try the detonator. And preferably not with the power or the... what's it called? Oh no, okay, he switched off. Alright, we got another medic now too. Yeah, I think Dink realized that the pyro pocket on this map is not ideal. I would like an overheal. Just help my survivability. Light the scout on fire. That'll force him to go grab a health pack. I've already won this position. Just by lighting him on fire, he's forced to run away. And I didn't have to aim very much, which is the key part. Oh, I messed up my jump. Oh no, I got launched. That's too bad. But now that scout's gonna be slowly whittled away and he's gonna have to go back for a health kit. Even though I just barely touched him, he has to go back to the spawn or go grab a health pack somewhere. Which is very good. Keeps him out of the fight. And the reason I chose detonator over something like, say, the scorch shot is because we're in the low ground. And the detonator is much preferable to the scorch shot when you're in low ground. So we're just gonna try to light people on fire and force them, because they have no medic. Force them to run away. Or force them to do things like throw their lives away because they're gonna die. Okay, very good. We're doing very well so far. Grab this, peek a little. I don't want to commit to this location. It would be unwise. As they have, suddenly I have a lot of pyros. Where is the health pack? I do not play this map enough. There it is. Just light him on fire. He's should be forced to retreat. They do have pyros now, so the retreat of the scouts and the soldiers should be lessened now. I would like to see, do we have a medic? Yes. I have to go find him. I'm gonna lose this fight if I commit. I'm gonna try to stray forward and send some particles his way and then, yeah, get him out of there. Oh, our medic died. It's too bad. Ah, the scouts. Come around. Now that they have pyros, I'm switching to the shotgun because I don't think the afterburn will be nearly as effective at getting people to retreat. I would like an overheal before I take damage. Too bad. Now I have shotgun, so I can actually fight back outside of the normal range. That scout should be wrapping around soon. Yeah, here he is. There we go. So it's a lot easier to deal with these scouts now that I have 6 shots. Unfortunately, there's too many players constantly surrounding us, and it's very difficult to switch targets effectively because some of those players can force engagements, such as the soldier by using rocket jumps, or the pyro by existing. Okay, I thought that was the scout should be up there now. Here we go. See, like, a nice solid 43 damage. And I could technically finish him if I had good aim. There we go. Oh no, sentry. Yeah, I think slowly losing hope for this. Just because we've already capped the first point, and also we have 5 spies on our team. So I'm kind of thinking that this is a lost cause now. You know? And 2 snipers, don't forget. No medics. There's pretty much just like a couple players that are actually able to do anything, and I'm not even one of them. Not as a pyro. Not on this part of the map. Not without support. I need an opening, and there are none. There simply are none. They have the high ground, they have the high range. They can shoot me, and I can't really shoot them. So this is the point where you switch off of pyro. Generally. I'm not going to do it, because I'm stubborn. But this is the point where you realize, like, there's nothing a pyro can really do. You know, anything that you do, you're eventually, it's gonna be the same as just throwing your life away. Yeah, see, like the moment I started committing to that first scout, the other scout jumped to my left, and he did it in such a way that I couldn't hit him like with flames, even if I wanted to, because he jumped from very far away to my left to attack me. So there's nothing I could have done there. Once you entered an engagement with 2 scouts, there's typically not much that you're going to be able to do unless you get random crits. Typically. But you saw there, once again, switching targets between the different scouts. Most of the time you don't necessarily want to do that with scouts, just because you tend to get very few opportunities to actually kill a scout that's competent as a pyro. Oh, that pyro's sitting down. That's nice. I'm gonna get very few opportunities to get an air blast off on these scouts that I'm playing against. So when I do get them, I need to finish the job. Save our heavy friend. I know that there's gonna be players all around, but it's that's the unfortunate thing. Once I go in, there's players all around. I need to play more slowly and more cautious, and sort of pick my battles a little bit more. And I need to try to not waste shots, because every shot kind of counts here. Yeah, so you're constantly surrounded. And once I engaged with that scout, I needed to get out of there quickly, because the longer I spend in an area, the more that I will, more likely it is that someone from their team will find me and clean up. Let's go approach from somewhere new this time. Let's approach from the left. I know that's a spy, or just a really laggy scout. Just want to pepper away at the NG. He doesn't have the benefit of a respawn room the way I do. I want to reload before peeking again. I'm looking at the top right for a soldier or something like that. This scout might try to come around here. No. Now we try again. This is generally, what you're seeing from the scouts is generally how good players work together. They maintain a safe distance, and they shoot you, you know? Sort of like this. I'm staying at a distance where I can't be killed. Like, I'm in control of but so is the scout. So it's sort of like a battle of safetiness. The scout's really committed, so I could finish him if I had better aim. Not sure why he disrespected me like that. I guess it worked out in his favor, because I did miss. But generally that's a very poor choice to do against the pyros, to run at them, no matter how confident you are. Yeah, this is a lost cause, and it has been ever since we've had 5 spies. Oh well. That's life. Let's try defending. I think defending will be a little bit better, assuming that we don't have 3 spies still at the end of it, and 2 snipers and 3 pyros. Thankfully, we have Dink. Dink is the man. I would be tempted to play medic normally in this situation, but since we are making a video, we are playing Pyro. Fully committed. But normally I would want to help out my friendly, also unusual player. It's a nice unusual effect. So now we have 7 player versus 12 players. So this is going to be really bad. So what I'm going to do is just throw my life away. Just to see sort of what I can handle from this situation, because it's not too often that I get to play 7v12. So instead of getting upset about it, I'm going to try to use it to my advantage and see if there's anything that I can take from it. I expect players to jump out fairly quickly here, so I'm going to jump around ahead of time. I do hit somebody. He's going to re-peek. He's going to go back to the spawn room, so that's okay. Oh no, I missed. I should die here. Did a good amount of damage to that scout, so he's not going to commit back in. Although we have lost this fight. So let's support our engineers. This is a really bad sentry spot, so I won't be able to do it very well. But I'm going to do my best. Try to get there as quickly as I can before it's destroyed. Alright, there's an Uber. I won't be able to protect it. It's level 2. And there's an Uber, so I'm not going to be able to commit entirely to this fight. Thankfully I'm getting health back. Alright, so we're going to lose this point, I believe, because I can't commit to that. Yeah. We were able to do some work, make the best of the rather poor situation that we're in, 11v6 now. Just by sort of experimenting. Honestly, I should have, knowing that we were going to lose, I should have just committed my life to see what I could do with it and see what I can glean. But that's alright. So now we have the high ground, and it's actually not necessarily that much better for Pyro to have high ground because of the short range nature of the class. The main thing about this map that makes it poor for Pyro is the verticality in this section here. So even though I have the high ground, the fact that it's vertical means that the short range specialty of the Pyro isn't going to come into play as often. So there's going to be a lot more middle range engagements, and Pyro is, with the shotgun, can be decent at that, but he cannot beat scouts at middle range very well. I'm gonna try to help out with what I can here. Not sure why this scout is continuing to disrespect me. I do need to air blast this heavy off. Scout's gonna come in, do air blast the heavy out. I haven't had a chance to reload, unfortunately, so it's time to leave. No ammo. Not much left, so I will try to support our engineers who are not building in the best of locations, but I'll try to do what I can. I'm gonna focus on staying in a position where I'm not eating damage from this heavy, and then I can air blast him when I need to, and just sort of keep away anybody who I can. Alright, this is going to be an impossible situation. Almost beat the heavy. There's only so much you can do against the 450 HP heavy. I just basically need to try to move in such a way that it will be difficult for the heavy to hit me. But he will hit me, because in between movements, there's a small chance that he'll hit me with a bullet, and those bullets do about 50 damage. So we're going to keep our distance. It's because we have our sentry here. And try to heal up where we can. This sentry will go down. It has 6 HP. But we delayed their push. I'm gonna try to pepper this heavy. I can get heals. He's not getting healed. Okay, now he's getting healed. So now let's change our position accordingly. Now they're gonna come up with the Uber. So let's just trap them over here in this corner. Heavy's not able to do much. I thought somebody else was on the point, but that was actually the medic kind of touching it a little. That scout's taking a good amount of damage, so I should be able to finish him fairly easily. See, now that we're in a defensive position and letting them come to us, I can pick my battles a lot more effectively. And I'm able to engage in ways that I want to. Especially with the use of the sentries. And now I can... it's taking too long. I was thinking about flanking through this to this scout. Uh-oh. We're losing it. Let's get out of here. Now I need to stay back more. Ouch. Grab some health. Air blast just because I don't want to get hit by an arrow. You never know when that might save you. Let's contribute a little bit where I can to this heavy. Expect somebody to come through here. Hello. I don't know why he did that. Maybe he thought I was friendly now. I'm worried about scouts approaching from that main area. Yeah, here they come. Get him. Yeah, I'm stuck now. I need to try to engage this heavy, but... Oh, he's Ubered. That's actually good. It's delaying the cap so I can get health back. And reapproach. I'm gonna reapproach from this direction and ignore the heavy. Go for the medic first in this case. Normally I would want to kill the heavy, but I know that I'm able to do more. Focusing this heavy and then switching to the scout. Here we go. Almost. Almost. That was good. That was a good attempt at the last hold there. Considering the disadvantages we were at. Down players for the most part. But with our one engineer and our one soldier friend, we're able to defend for a fairly decent amount of time. I think that was very respectable considering the situation that we were in. We've lost yet another. Hopefully we can get players to come in, but I'm kind of doubting that that's going to happen. But at least we have Dink. Dink is my favorite. You're my favorite, Dink. I love you. Let's go get in our position now. Now we have 5v9 against at least two good players. The two decent scouts. Although I think one of them has left. The Ruway scout, or whatever his name was. So once again, this is the high ground thing. I think where I'm going to hold is probably going to be back here. Towards the point. Because there's nothing I can really do down there. I can maybe engage in close range combat down there. But it'll be a little bit too risky. Just pepper where we can. That scout's going to come up from over here. So we're going to go lie in wait. Alright. Never mind. I think they're going to be coming around somewhere else. There's two of our players down. Yeah, that's a scout that likes to sort of not commit to a position. Which is actually kind of predictable. He's going to always be in the air. He's going to always jump in opposite directions. Actually, I can kill this scout before the heavies arrive. Maybe. Too bad. Okay, now the Uber's out. It's not really worth... Oh, sniper was watching. Let's just go around. Get a player off, get a player pick, and then get out. And we need to go defend the last point now. The main thing was that I took down the scouts. The heavies, I know this heavy is not very aware. And I'm trying to predict where he's going to look. I had a feeling he would turn around after a little while being shot at. Typically players, even if they're new, they will turn around after being shot at for a little while. Always support your heavy v heavy fights. Heavy v heavy fights are... Ooh, the heavies are locked into that combat, and it's all about whoever has more health and whoever spun up first. And so whenever there's a heavy v heavy fight, you probably want to try to sort of help out and make sure that your heavy has the advantage. Now we're going to lose this because none of our players are up, and our boy Dink isn't going to make it back in time. That's okay. They've taken the gold. That was fun. And it was a good examination of like what you can do and what you can try to learn when you're in these situations where the matchmaking system does not work very well and you're forced to sort of play with what you have. And most people would leave, and that's perfectly good to do, I would say. But by staying in, like you need to like try to see what you can get, see what sort of things you can do with the cards that you've been given. And I would say that I think we did pretty well, all things considered. But thank you for watching, and I hope you could learn something. It was a fun experience, even if it was at a disadvantage.
Mission begins in 30 seconds.